heal yourself without trying, because it's not about trying. The more you try, the more things stay in place. When we're in a place of joy, of peace, of acceptance, then we're aligning with who we really are. The wisdom is within you, and the mind is convincing you that you don't know, that the answer is out there someplace. Hi, I hope you're doing well. So thanks for tuning into this special episode of the Vibrant Soul Society, The Conversations. And basically, the goal of the show is to help you discover that you are greater than your thoughts. And beyond your thoughts is our vibrant, bright, radiant soul. So today, I want to talk about how non-duality really works for healing. So let's get into what is non-duality. It's letting go of this sense of separation. You and me, this sense of separation, you and me. It's like when I'm sitting with my students, my clients, there is no separation because I'm merging with them in consciousness to understand that they're just a different aspect of me, that we're all merging into oneness, and everything blossoms out of oneness. So it's not about denying this human experience. You know, that the mind is an illusion, the body is an illusion. While that's true on the absolute, we don't live in the absolute. If we did live in the absolute, it's very confusing. I know this from personal experience. When you're one with all that is, it's extremely confusing. I'm hungry. Oh, I'm the food. What do I do with this? So it's a really confusing place to be, that we need a little bit of a sense of separation to function in this world. So we don't live in the absolute. We have to understand that we live in the relative, or the 3D world, and that we do have a mind, a body that allows to have an human experience, that we are the divine creating these experiences to experience ourselves. But we need to let go of all this separation, but to really bring everything into balance, to see that we are one with all that is. Know that I have this body and mind and spirit, soul, the essence, but it all has to work in harmony together. When we start working in disharmony, me and the body, me and the mind, then things go haywire. Then we get disease because we need to bring everything back into balance. So it's never about ignoring the body and the mind. It's to understand that is not you, that the mind is usually giving opinions based on a past experience. The mind is not very good with blazing a new way forward, that we need to go within this deeper essence, the aliveness, and see how do we best move forward, that we aren't really the doer, that we're unwell because of the mental interference and all this trying and doing and all this efforting, when we just need to really relax, allow the instructions to come from a deeper place, to go do yoga, to eat this food, to drink this water, whatever it may be. And then the mind executes those instructions. But typically we're trying to figure things out, and there is no trying, there is no effort required. This is why I have my Facebook group, Heal Yourself Without Trying, because it's not about trying. The more you try, the more things stay in place. So it's about letting go of all of that, and to realize if the body is unwell, your pain, your suffering, it's not about going to the mind for the answers, because the mind doesn't know, it's guessing. It's about relaxing into this deeper place. So it's really about relaxing and not denying, because that's we can really get into this non-duality space of denying the body, denying the mind, but to understand that they are here for this spiritual evolution, to experience ourselves and not getting lost in the division, the separation. Because we don't want to deny anything. We want to acknowledge, okay, the body is in pain. How do I move forward or past this experience? Anyone outside of you is guessing. Even your mind is guessing. So it's really about being quiet, being still, and allowing that wisdom to rise up out of the stillness to do this or to do that. But to really, we're here to enjoy life. And let's dive into this enjoyment of life. When we're in a place of joy, of peace, of acceptance, then we're aligning with who we really are. If you're anxious, stressed, in a fear state, it's an indication that you're in the mind. The mind's worried about something going wrong. To understand that nothing goes wrong, that there are no mistakes. Everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to unfold for our spiritual growth. That we chose to incarnate on earth for a reason, to grow, to expand, to experience. But we should be enjoying the experience because it keeps us aligned. Even though there's some really terrible things out there with all this violence and crime, but we just need to come back into this peace to realize in the dual world, there is good, bad, but we need to come back into non-duality and say, okay, they're just a different aspect of the one energy and they're completely lost. They're taking their mind as their source of truth. So we just come back to who we really are and find the goodness in this moment because we live in the relative, the good, the bad. So the mind always wants to default into the bad, but we really want to embrace the good of this moment. And it may be a terrible experience. The only thing that you can really see in that moment is that you're alive to experience that. And being alive is a beautiful thing. From being alive, there's infinite possibilities and potentials, that you are free, that you are not bound by the limitations of the mind, that there's all sorts of possibilities here if we can go beyond that mind, beyond the body, and really step into who we really are. To say, I'm here for the human experience, I'm going to do my best to enjoy this experience. And yes, this can be challenging. I know when you're in pain, you're suffering, it's a great distraction. You really need to move beyond that, but it's not the easiest, especially if we're in a lot of pain, a lot of difficulties. Of finding these momentarily spaces to come back to our feet, to really immerse ourselves in this human experience, and to just find that stillness in this moment, that we are the peace underneath all the noise. And the noise can be pain, suffering, difficulties, challenges. So it's always coming back to us, which I like to call the inner healer, that within us, it knows how to heal the physical body, the mental body, the relationships, the careers, the finances, that we don't need to figure anything out. You are the solution. If you can just let go and trust yourself that the wisdom is within you and the mind is convincing you that you don't know, that the answer is out there someplace. But we're always about stepping into our power, our spiritual sovereignty, that life is simply a reflection of our thoughts and beliefs. If we changed our thoughts and beliefs, then the world would look different by changing our perception. So just slow down. So don't ignore the body, don't ignore the mind as an illusion. When this body is in pain, it really does hurt. So we can say, oh, that's not real, doesn't exist. Absolutely does exist, and we need to acknowledge it. Okay, the body is uncomfortable. How can I best support the body? How can I best love the body even more? Usually we're rejecting the body. Oh, this isn't real, this doesn't exist. I'm going to ignore this and go pay attention to this. That doesn't work. That's ignoring the human experience. It's denying this vessel the love that it requires to have this human experience. So we just want to relax, to pause, to come into this moment. So you can find me on Facebook at the Heal Yourself Without Trying group. I also have my paid community where I'm live a bunch of times during the week for the Inner Healer School, psychic readings, just to remind you of your truth, that you are the infinite, you are free. It's the mind that's creating limitations and restrictions. And that, you could say, is the illusion. But there could be real physical limitations as well. But it's not about denying anything. It's about accepting all, loving all, and moving forward in a way that feels best for us. Not overthinking things that would just cause procrastination. Just relaxing and moving to your own impulses. Take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.